Catching your customers' eyes. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I wanted to talk about a piece of mail I got today. So we've been talking about a lot of deep things lately on this, on our little conversations, our nightly conversations. But today I wanted to show you. This is a piece of relatively thick cardstock. Well, I wouldn't say it's cardstock. It's a relatively thick piece of paper. And I don't know enough about paper to tell you how thick this is, but you kind of get an idea just by the sound and by looking at it. This showed up in my mailbox. It was sitting there with some other stuff, and it was sitting there kind of wide open. And then I looked at it, I'm like, is this a piece of mail, or did someone slip this in my box? It's the first thought that went in my mind, because it looks like just a piece of paper. And it is. It's just a very thick piece of paper. So it's got the address, and it's pre-sorted standard U.S. postage paid. Twin Cities, Minnesota. Looks like it came from Springfield, Oregon, or at least that's the way it's made to look. Springfield's not far from here. It's a little north, a few hours north of here. And this is by a company called Renewal by Andersen. But I want to just point this out, that if you're looking to get attention from your customers, regardless of what style of marketing, this is direct mail, but regardless of what style of marketing, the whole idea is to catch their eye. The whole idea is to get their attention for just one more second. And there are so many very subtle things about this piece that makes it different. Number one, you don't get many pieces of mail there just like this. Even a postcard or an oversized postcard, a postcard this size, it tends to have a little bit more weight and a lot more gloss. This is not glossy. It's a very flat, matte look to it. Okay, that's the first thing that caught my eye. The second thing is, I'm not sure if you can tell from the lighting in here and everything else, but it's a very interesting color. It's not white. It's not exactly pink, but it's a very light, something in between white and pink that's off-putting. It catches your eye. It's not a typical thing that you'd see. In fact, it kind of looks, as I'm looking at it now, it kind of appears to be like a, if you've ever seen those carbon copies, they used to have these around a lot more often before copy machines became so plentiful, and printers and scanners. But the carbon copies where you can write something and then you get a receipt and someone else gets a receipt, and the top one will be like white, and the second one will be like pink, and the next one will be like yellow. And that's what this reminds me of. And I'm not sure if it's made to look like that or not, but it appears that way. So it definitely caught my eye as far as that. This is not accidental. I guarantee you this is not accidental. And if it is, it's a brilliant accident. Having a very off-putting color is going to grab people's eyes, especially when it comes to direct mail. Just something that's unusual. So it's an unusual shape and size for direct mail. It looks like a piece of paper. It looks like something that was torn off of somebody's carbon copy. And there's more to it, okay? In this, they've got this, what appears to be handwriting. And looking a little closer, I'm looking to see if this is an actual font. Yes, it is. This is a font. It's a font that's developed to be made to look like handwriting. And how you can tell it's a font is how similar. Well, I think it's a font. Now I can't tell. It's very well done. How similar a lot of the letters are. If you look at the similarity between a lowercase I here and a lowercase I there. In some cases they have fonts that will, I can't remember the term for it, but it switches back and forth between, they have like 3-4 different lowercase i's, and so it switches between them, so it appears to be like someone hand wrote this. And if someone did handwrite it, it'd be just as simple, because they photocopied it. It's definitely photocopied ink. It's not actually handwritten, but it's made to appear like it's handwritten. And in the customer information, none of it's personalized, so it's a sure giveaway. It says, we're available in your neighborhood, where it should say name, phone number, address. They just kind of wrote over it. We're available in your neighborhood to provide price quotes. And then it goes through replacement windows, all types, including picture, double hung, replacement patio doors, and French hinged and sliding. Call our helpline. A very clear cut call to action, which is very important in any type of marketing that you do. Get a free installation. It's highlighted, and the coloring is very, I mean, it really appears like it's highlighted. You can tell it wasn't, but it gives the initial appearance, because it isn't the same. It's the type of coloring that would not work on this type of thing, and so it blends in. It's perfect. It says, call our helpline by March 31st for our installer discount, plus an extra 500 off your project. Dash Alex with his phone number. Alex, and I've gotten these things before. I'm not sure. We may have shown something by Renewal by Andersen, but I don't think we've shown this piece before, because I've seen their Alex character that they use in all their things. Very, very slick marketing. And for somebody looking for window or door replacement, this might just catch your eye. It caught my eye just because I and it's not going to catch everybody's eye, and a lot of people that are looking aren't going to notice this, and it's just going to go straight in the garbage. But because it's different on many different levels, it has a better chance than anything else of catching your eye. That's the main thing. If you can just remember that, you've got to be different. You got to stand out. You got to try something. You got to mix it up a little bit. I'm working with a political campaign, consulting with a political campaign, and one of the things they're doing is a different shaped political sign. And it's going to drive people nuts. You're going to have a whole lot of people that say, what is it? Why are they doing it like that? And everything else. But it's going to get people talking just by having a slightly different size sign than people are used to. It doesn't take much to get attention. So these are just things to keep in mind, regardless of what media you're using. I talk a lot about direct mail. It's something we all have in common, and something that's really, really underused. I mean, seriously, you ought to look into direct mail for your business. But besides that, I'm not paid by the post office or anything else to encourage you to buy direct mail. Overall, you got to have the initiative. You have to have the desire to get out there and be seen more and stand out. That's what my book's all about, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. That's all I have for today. You have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.